And we're on.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's another week of Generational.
That's what I'm talking about, homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
We're doing a Wednesday broadcast this week,
We
Team
be in the
Mac.
house. We'll be in his house. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're fresh. We're dope. We just come out of ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but can you explain to the
I
listeners
got my
what you're
pistol.
saying?
I got my gat. I'm gonna take what I need. I go get that chicken. You know what I mean?
So what you're
Just
saying?
do some cabin stabbing.
So
I'm gonna get up in it.
you have your gat.
You know, fuck that fish and chip shit. I need my chicken, man. You know what I mean?
So you're gonna take your gat.
Hell yes, brother.
And you're gonna find yourself a chicken.
I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna get mine. Homeboy gonna get his. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to stab the chicken.
I don't know. I'm gonna do some cabin stabbing.
That kind of went a little bit Lebanese for a second there. It was kind of a little bit whoa. You went a little bit European with that one.
Did I go back?
You lost it for a few words, but then it came back by the end. It was very gangster.
Sorry, man. I'm
very intimidated. No,
I was channeling Bill Cosby on crack.
I'm just saying, try not to go into European when you do your voices.
True.
It just naturally comes out.
You don't normally see Lebanese guys in the hood.
You are very good at your European accent.
Am I?
Yeah, I feel you are. I mean, I'm pretty biased.
You know, okay.
It just got weird. We just had a moment.
Whoa!
We just had a moment. So high energy, team, mate.
You know what happened there? We made eye contact with one another, and that was really awkward.
Yeah,
it was like we were in our own zones. We were in our own zones, and then boom.
We need blinkers like horses have. So you just look forward. We're looking at the sound effects screen. We don't look at each other. We talk. And that's the podcast.
If you go back and listen to episode 29, I believe it was, Josh had a bit of an issue. He couldn't look me in the eye when we tried to broadcast, and we had to basically delete that episode.
Yes, episode 31 is a recap of our past 30 episodes. Just like the Simpsons specials. So look forward to that one. No, so it's definitely a new episode today. Well, Wednesday. A lot of people out there are probably very excited at this point, T-Mac. They've had a notification saying there's a new generational episode. And that is because it's Anzac Day in Australia.
It is, yeah. It's when a bunch of guys that shit dirt clods and fart dust come out. Actually, there's only one left, isn't there?
There's only one left.
Is there one or two left? There's one guy.
Is there two?
There's one guy.
I don't know. There's one dude. He gets a parade all to himself.
Come on, Mr. Sampson. It's time to go to your parade.
What's a parade?
Let's get the engine started on your little car thingy.
I did the parade last year. No, that's a little bit offensive.
Put on your... Is it really offensive?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's Anzac. You're American.
I'm American, so I don't really know what the... where do you draw the line with talking about Anzac guys?
I don't know. I feel like some people would get offended by it. I'm not offended by it. I'm Italian. My ancestors were on the other side anyway. So
sure. Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
So you're going to get out there and...
Basically, I'm going to heckle.
You're going to go sabotage his chair.
I'm going to be heckling at the Anzac Day parade. No, not really. Generational. We're very pro-Anzac, so I'm trying to bring it back on track.
So you're not going to put a fart cushion under his seat.
Although it would be hilarious.
It would be, oh, thank you,
Mr. Sampson. And then you find out that I actually didn't put the fart cushion there.
Yeah.
That was all Mr. Sampson from the start. Old age does that to your teammate.
It does, apparently.
Old age. So Anzac, so basically that's the celebration of the Australians and the New Zealanders saving the Americans in World War II. Is that how it
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
they went to Turkey.
Yeah.
They ate a hero.
Yeah, and
lamb and chicken. They had mixed.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they got medals.
And our way of thanking Australia was to give you guys Burger King. So there you go. It all comes full circle.
Thank you. We do appreciate that.
Yeah,
that we appreciate that.
Yeah, I do.
We do appreciate that. So it's a special Anzac Day episode today. Sort of. There's no... Have you got any war-themed stuff?
I wore my Purple Heart.
Oh, you wore your Purple Heart.
I'm wearing
a double entendre there.
Yeah, well, how?
Not really, was there?
No,
well, you wore something. War kind of sounds like war. Well, for me,
war.
You wore your Purple Heart.
You're damn good.
Oh, man.
You catch shit that no one else does.
I am super high.
I'll be honest, I'm going to let you cover off on all the Anzac stuff today because I really I have no knowledge of these guys other than that they're old. And, you know, what's going to happen when this last guy dies?
They're going to forget about the Anzac Day tradition and
cancel the holiday.
There's going to be a Kmart Day to celebrate the anniversary of Kmart.
Sure.
Coming into the Australian market. So that'll be huge. Look out for that one. Generational.
Turn the music up.
There you go, T-Mac. Young music. For all our Gen Yers out there, a little bit of young music. Just to whet your appetite a little bit for the...
What is young... What the hell is young music?
Basically, they take a computer.
Right.
They put a bunch of beats and beeps and screeching noises together, and they call it dubstep.
So there's no actual musicians involved.
No, absolutely not. No, why would there be?
So Gen Y music is just a bunch of fucking synthesizers.
Why would there be musicians? Why would there be instruments involved for music, T-Mac? You are so old, seriously.
Do you feel like Gen Y is... they've got the finger on the pulse of music, like they know all the current bands and all the current trends and things like that in music? Would you say so?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
What are you getting at there?
Well, what I'm getting at is you know the Jimmy Kimmel show.
I do know of the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Do you like it?
I don't watch it.
I don't either. But I happen to see this thing on one of the websites that I like to go to that talks about things, right?
Okay, I love things.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some things now.
Shoot some things out there for the listeners.
We're going to talk about your generation and their knowledge of music.
Oh, our generation. You mean because the show is all about our generations?
Some people out there are really excited to hear that we're talking about generations, aren't they? Yeah. On Gen Irrational.
On Generational.
Right. Generations on Generational.
Generations on Generational. That's what the show is. Gen X, Gen Y, bridging the gap. And there's where we are.
Kimmel did a bit of an experiment because basically the end result of this is Gen Y lies to be cool.
I've heard about this.
Gen Y, they lie to be cool.
I've heard about this.
Okay.
I've heard about this.
You have heard about this? Have you really?
Heard about what? I've heard about this.
There's this music festival out there in California called the Coachella.
Coachella
Music and Art Festival. Have you heard of that?
I have. It's huge.
Previous to this, you've heard of that?
Coachella
festival?
is huge. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's absolutely huge. It's like 3 days in America somewhere.
Yeah.
All these bands, kind of indie bands.
Yep.
Some DJs I think go there as well.
They've got like
big festival.
Yeah, they've got like I think they've got big structures, statues, things like that.
Lots of structures
out on an Indian ground and so on and so forth. Anyway, so Kimmel sends out this reporter, this faux reporter.
Yeah.
Or that's Faux to you. You like to say
Faux.
Yeah,
okay. I was going to ask you what faux. I initially thought FHPHO.
Of course, like
phone,
a Taiwanese or a Thailand.
My name's Faux.
Yeah.
Where your mum?
What up, mofo?
Yeah, mofo.
Oh.
So you are a fucker reporter.
So basically, what he did, he's interviewing all these Gen Yers out there on the grounds, right? The chick is the reporter.
Yeah,
did you actually see the video?
I saw the video.
So she's asking,
hilarious.
She's asking them what they think about specific bands that are supposed to be at the festival, and if they're going to see them, what they've heard about them. The thing was that she was making up all these names.
She just made up names.
Made up these names. Like, what do you think about Taco Stand Burrito Lunch? They're going to be playing on stage 5 later. Oh, yeah. They're supposed to be really good. Oh, really? What songs do you like? Oh, I don't really know their songs, but I think I just love their vibe and shit like that.
Like Jimmy and the Turkeys, what do you think of the new album?
Exactly.
And everyone's like, one guy's like, I have a radio show and I played their tracks last week. I'm trying to bring them out in our market. Yeah, no one knows what they're talking about.
Okay, so there you go. There's Gen Y lie.
Well,
Gen Y lie to be cool.
And we like people to think that we know modern things as well.
Yeah,
we like
exactly.
people to think that we're in with the know, T-Mac.
That's the thing. It's a fear of being looked upon as stupid, really.
Absolutely. So if someone puts a microphone in front of us and says, "Hey, what do you think of the Taiwanese chickens?" I'm all about. They're fucking awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it was just. I mean. Previous to me beginning this conversation, you said yes, Gen Y is all about the music. They know everything about the music. They know how it's made, who makes it, where it comes out, blah, 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 blah. What do you have to say now?
I still stand by my original answer to that one.
Okay, so you Gen Yers out there, Joshua's standing up for your ignorance. You got to fight for your right to be stupid.
Generational. So T-Mac, Ozzy Osbourne. You know Ozzy Osbourne?
Of course I do.
You've heard of him, Black Sabbath?
I saw him in concert in the 80s.
Oh, you saw Ozzy Osbourne in the concert in the 80s? Black Sabbath. Did he bite a bat in that
that's kind of
concert? Was that his thing in every concert?
No, it wasn't every concert. It actually did happen, but it was by accident. Somebody threw something on stage. He didn't realize it was a bat.
Sure.
He just stuffed it right in his mouth, as you do. Right. When you're a rock star.
He didn't know it was a bat.
He did not know it was a bat.
Who brought a bat into the concert and threw it
some try-hard goths, because he was in those days. See, this was not Black Sabbath days.
Okay.
Black Sabbath was like the late 60s. This was like the 80s, or late 70s, early 80s. And because he did the whole kind of glamour goth thing in a manner of speaking, a lot of his crowd did that too. We were just a bunch of
you were just listening
rockers,
to
you know.
Ozzy Osbourne, what up?
Yeah, fully. And yeah, apparently he bit it off and didn't realize.
Threw a bat into his mouth, chewed on it. Did he chew into the
No,
bat?
you know what? I think he spat it out because he realized he had a diseased vermin.
Oh my god, it's a bat! And then threw it out.
I don't know if he had that voice.
Well, I mean, that's just how I see Ozzy
I can't see
Osbourne.
Ozzy. Oh my god, it's a bat.
Well, here's the thing. He's in the news at the moment.
Oh, is he?
And did you know? Have you heard this story? He's been in the news. So he went through, obviously, his rocker days where he was on his prescription drugs, his alcohol. Naturally, you're a rocker, 60s, 70s, 80s, you're gonna.
Hell yes.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
But then he has a family, they're getting a little bit older, he decided to go off it a little bit, and that's why he had his TV show and everything. It's about he's sober, whatever. Well,
hardly sober, though, dude. He's barely discernible in his speech.
Apparently, he was sober for a few years.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so he comes out on Facebook last week.
Ozzy Osbourne has a Facebook account.
This is it was a double story for me.
What the
Ozzy
hell?
Osbourne has a Facebook account that he manages, and he came out with an apology. I don't know if he manages it, but he had an apology on the Facebook to all his fans out there and to his family, basically saying that although he was sober for so long, he did go back into this spiral that is alcoholism and prescription drugs for about a year and a half. For the last year and a half, he has been sober for 44 days, but he apologized to his fans and to his family for how, and to the band, because the Black Sabbath is getting back together.
What?
And yeah, they are. They're releasing a new album really soon.
Okay.
So he went back. What's the word when they go back onto something? They
remission. No. Remission is relapse
into the drugs, into the prescription drugs and the alcohol. And so he's put out an apology letter. Basically, I've got a bit of a scoop for the listeners.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't just prescription drugs and alcohol.
Okay.
Flew to wherever Ozzy Osbourne is in America, wherever he lives.
I think he lives in England.
In England?
Probably. I'm not
Ozzy
sure.
Osbourne in England?
Yeah.
And I had a chat with his physician, his doctor, if you will.
You didn't talk to Sharon? She could be a bit difficult.
She seems a bit difficult. I don't really want to chat to her.
And you didn't want to hook up with...
With his daughter?
Yeah.
What's her name?
She's
Charlotte?
She's slimming down quite a bit.
She is. She's looking really good. What's her name? Gloria Osborne.
Gloria.
And send your emails if that's incorrect, which it will be. And I've got myself a list. There wasn't just prescription drugs and alcohol involved, which Ozzy Osbourne initially stated. This is the... What was Ozzy Osbourne addicted to for the last year and a half? For the last year and a half, Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Was that music? Was that the first one?
I don't know.
I think it was just me singing.
I think it was a cappella.
Apologies for that one. A cappella for everyone. So I feel like I hit G sharp really well just there. So I've got a list, alright? Here's all the things that Ozzy Osbourne was also addicted to. The first one is My Kitchen Rules.
Okay.
Ozzy Osbourne, big fan. Last year and a half, My Kitchen Rules, can't get
his
eyes off the TV screen, and it's been an issue. It's been getting in between him and his family and his band.
And his band, yeah.
And absolutely. His fans.
Look, when you have to choose between going on stage and a spatula, I'll take that spatula anytime.
Anytime, any day of the week, so we can understand. We can obviously empathize.
I can totally relate with that.
With Ozzy Osbourne. Second one, Pokemon cards. He's late onto the trend, but he's getting into his Pokemon.
Are they even still existent?
They're in very existent.
So only the old ones are in existence. They're not still making them.
Here's the thing with Pokemon cards. When I was around, there was just Pokemon cards. There was 151 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And you could get cards for them.
Right.
Now, there's like 1,000 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Plus, they've come out with different versions of the Pokemon cards. Dark Pokemon, incredibly racist. Team Rocket Pokemon.
Is the dark one really like black skin?
No, it's like as in like dark, like dark magic or whatever. So they've come up with a whole bunch of different ones. There's about 1,000 Pokemon now, so there's no way you can catch them all. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to go into the Pokemon thing because I get quite heated about it.
You do, and we've had a couple episodes where we have gone through this, and you're always trying to gain my knowledge on these. I don't care. I'll never learn about these, but apparently Ozzy does, so let's hear it.
I will get physical. The next one, Zumba. He's right into Zumba.
Oh, I can see that.
right into it.
Is there like a geriatric Zumba?
I think there is. There's not a lot of movement.
It's like, lift your thumb and back. Lift your thumb and back.
Get into bed, take a sip of tea.
Let the pea fall. Shake, shake, shake.
Drink
Let the pea fall.
Shake, shake,
Shake, shake, shake.
Drink your fiber gel. Poo, poo, poo.
Yeah.
Is basically what they're doing. So
in the second CD of that, they teach them how to wipe.
Exactly right. Yeah, they don't put that together.
Not
That's how they get you, T-Mac.
They do. They get you that extra $49.95.
Yeah, to learn how to wipe after you do that. Oh, they're very clever with their marketing. They really are. Harry Styles.
Who's that?
Who isn't into Harry Styles from One Direction?
Oh.
Harry Styles is a big fan. He's addicted to him, you could say.
Okay.
This is all from the position. This is all from Ozzy Osbourne's position.
Sure.
Okay, Harry Styles. Big fan. Loves them.
Okay.
He's all about One Direction.
I have no idea. Like, One Direction is a band, right?
Okay, Harry Styles is like one of the more popular guys in One Direction.
And One Direction is a boy band, is it?
It's a boy band.
Right.
It was, I believe it was initially from X Factor in England.
Oh, okay.
And they became a boy band. Harry Styles, though, he dated Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think I know her. She's a country singer?
She is a country singer. Yeah. And so he's one of the more outspoken ones. He has his own documentary, his own book. Everything. This guy is the royalty.
He cool? What's he like? Is he cool?
He loves chicks. He's come out publicly and said he's addicted to girls.
Okay.
So
who isn't?
I would be a friend. I would be a friend of this guy. Furbies. He was also into Furbies.
Okay.
And they haven't been around for a while, but he had a collection of Furbies, and he is addicted to them, you could say.
Jesus, he's really gone into a vortex here of addiction, and is he going to be able to recover?
I don't know. Well, here's a couple of another ones: crochet and croquet.
Yep,
he's into both of those.
Okay,
crochet and croquet, and finally meth. So he's into a few things. So he's got a bit of a list of.
So obviously,
there.
some of those are a lot more dangerous than others. Like One Direction. That can get pretty bad.
Yeah, and you put obviously Zumba and meth in the same group there. Obviously.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
in the ones that you shouldn't really worry about.
No, exactly. They're fine. Yeah.
They're fine. Those ones are fine. So Ozzy Osbourne, we wish you the best. We really do. If you want to come on the show, feel free to do so.
Sharon, take care of your man out there, Sharon. Get him out on the mats. Get him off that Zumba mat, man. Get him into the bed.
And wish our best. Give us our best to Charlotte and Jimmy Osborne.
Let's stay on the celebrity theme here.
Terrible segue.
We're just.
Shocking.
Reese Witherspoon, the latest victim of the Hollywood pullover attitude. Do you know who I am? I mean, come on. How many more of these celebrities can we get doing this shit?
She loves herself, Reese Witherspoon, and I love her.
You know, I remember when her career first started, there was this show where a movie called Freeway. She was an escaped convict.
Yes, she was.
Do you remember that one?
Was she that bald dude that was always getting into mischief?
Yeah, she was riding a chopper.
Yeah.
And she had like a shotgun strapped to her
side.
Yeah. And she was chasing Nicolas Cage through.
Yeah,
that was the one. But so obviously everybody's heard she got her boyfriend, who's a Hollywood agent.
Oh, really?
Got pulled over for swerving around.
How convenient.
Yeah, isn't it? And so he got pulled over, swerving around. The cop outside was questioning the boyfriend. Or husband, whatever.
Boyfriend.
And she gets out, also a bit tipsy.
Yeah, sure.
And starts giving some verbal to the cop.
Love it. Love a bit of verbal.
As he's trying to control her a bit, she gives out the old.
What does she say?
Do you know who I am? You're about to find out.
Do it as Reese Witherspoon as well. I want to see you around.
Because she's got that real.
Reese Witherspoon.
Do you know who I am? You're about to find out because she's a Southern chick too. She's like from.
She really?
Alabama, one of those. Georgia.
Sweet Home Alabama is the movie that she's in. It's a great movie. Check it out.
Cuba, one of those. I'm not sure. And so
what were her exact words? It was, do you know
who I am? You're about to find out.
How are they about to find out?
Because I'm about to lay some grease on your shit.
Does she have like an introduction plan? Maybe they have a red carpet. A spotlight just turns on above the cops. They're in the middle of the freeway. Maybe a marching band. And they're sort of they're like walking around the car. Two strong guys lift the car up. She sort of levitates on a magic carpet down to the ground, and then she hands them her license. Reese Witherspoon.
Bam.
That's how you're going to find out.
It was along that line. Yeah, absolutely. She really.
It was?
She was out of line. She was entirely out of line.
Of course she was.
The husband he's a Hollywood agent. The thing was, so basically, she said, "Do you know what? You're about to find out.
You're about to find out."
And then she pulled out her penis.
She pulled out her penis.
Okay.
So she said, "You're about to find out." And
flop.
Out it comes.
Flop, flop, flop. And it unfurled, not unlike the red carpet.
And it had her name tattooed the whole way.
Her husband was unaware of this member up until this point.
Okay, he didn't know about it.
She subsequently...
Just really quickly, this is where the story becomes generationalized.
Generationalized.
That should be a word because we take stories and we make them better.
We make them better. We make them more enjoyable.
Continue.
At this point, so he unawares of this large slab of meat she was tucking under her asshole.
The long.
He subsequently signed on her penis as one of his new clients. So
yeah, sure.
He reckons he can now get a lot more work for this thing other than her. Like separate to her.
Look Who's Talking 7, starring Reese Witherspoon's penis.
Look Who's Talking. Exactly. Look Who's Talking! Reese's Penis. It's great.
Reese's Penis.
Reese's Pieces.
Check it out.
Reese's Pieces sponsors it. Yeah, it's perfect. So
Reese's Pieces, that's good.
It falls together.
I really like that. Together. I love Reese's Pieces as well.
No, so they whacked her in the prison cell. She's still ranting.
So they actually took her to jail.
They actually took her to jail. There was some CCTV footage showing her cuffed, then walking to her cell, and then the camera from within the cell actually showed something really revealing. It showed her peeling off her mask. She's actually Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
No one knew this.
I always had my suspicions.
No one knew this.
I always had... He had a very high voice as well. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And she's got those pecs. You know what I'm
saying?
Those
she does pecs. And that ridiculous penis.
And just that strange swagger. And obviously the floppy penis.
And obviously the floppy penis and the accent. And
I mean, these celebrity things, they just got to stop. But with these people, they just think that they can get out of anything just by claiming who they are. You don't have to look far. You look back at the Mel Gibson thing. He goes off on a rage about Jews.
You know what I mean? Mel Gibson, Australia.
The guy Kramer who played was on Seinfeld. He went off a big black thing.
Yeah. You in my theater?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just
if we can say one message to these Hollywood stars, one message, it's listen to Generational
and take your penis out. That'll solve every problem you need. I got some big news, T-Mac. Big news from the life of the Josh Show.
Waiting for it.
Moving out of home.
Are you?
Yes, I am. I'm moving out of home. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be an event. I'm moving in with the BFC into a rental home in our area. We're calling it the BFC Manor at this point.
Is this true?
This is true. This is 100% true. We're looking into it now. It's in the early phases. But we're very excited, and we've already got a million ideas about what we're going to do, aquarium-wise, outdoor living-wise, indoor portrait-wise, and also outdoor signage-wise.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So basically, you guys are going to create your own... you're going to pretend like you're at a reality show, right?
Exactly.
You're going to pretend like it's a Big Brother scenario.
It's going to be that. It's definitely going to be that.
You probably will set up your own cameras.
Absolutely.
And then send them off to a production company to see if you can get produced, right?
Well, one of the most important parts of this house to make it work, is condom dispensers in every room.
Yeah, okay.
Wet wipes in every room.
Yeah.
And more condoms in every room.
Okay. So you have condom machine, and then you got
condom
ad hoc condom piles around.
And just spread out over the ground. And we've also been very thoughtful. We're keeping our carpet a very light colour.
Sure.
Because we're going to be coming on it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of cum is going to be on that carpet. So we're a lot of thought. So there's a lot of excitement in the
And by cum, he means pizza sauce.
I mean pizza sauce. Cum.
2-minute noodle juice.
Absolutely. Tuna oil.
Yeah. And banana smoothies.
And sperm.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about your first moving out experience. What was were you nervous? Were you excited? Because I still live with the parents.
Yeah.
This is the big move for the Josh Show.
Yeah, okay. It's huge, dude. It's huge.
Massive.
It's good to see you're getting out early, too, because I noticed that in Australia, a lot of guys, they'll stay with their parents until they're like 27, 28.
28, 29, 30.
You're 22 now. 23?
I'm 24.
Oh, you're 24 now.
I'm 24 years old.
Okay, so that's good. That's a very good age to be moving out.
That's
now, mine was a bit different. I actually, because in California you go off to university, right? And when you go to university, you leave home. Okay, you go away. You either go interstate or you go far away from your parents.
Sure.
So, 18 years old, I drove down to San Diego. My mom and her friend drove me down there. Set me up in the dormitory.
Who was her friend?
Her friend was Eva. Eva, who was a Swedish woman.
Oh, she was Swedish?
That my uncle used to have sex with.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to move on from that. So it's touchy.
Yeah, because she was married too.
Touchy subject.
So that was my first. So they dropped me off. They dropped me off at the dormitory. You have no idea who your roommate's going to be.
Okay.
You share a room with somebody.
I only know this from movies.
Yeah.
I know this from American movies.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know.
So you've seen dormitories on...
I've seen dormitories.
Yeah. So when I got there, Rodney Dangerfield was my roommate, which was very odd.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Who was that?
You don't know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
Were you expecting, because the way you said it, you were looking at me and it's like, hey... There's the punchline.
Yeah, that's the punchline. Yeah,
I didn't catch
Gen
it.
Xers, Rodney Dangerfield. I don't get no respect. He's a comedian. I don't get no respect.
I still don't know who that is.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. No, Gen Y is just take a minute. Go sit down. I don't know. Maybe get a juice or something out of the fridge.
Anyway, so I got dropped off. Now at this, I was 18 years old. I had kind of a shaved head at that stage, like a short, stubbly shaved head, like a punky.
Yeah, you did.
My roommate was a hippie rocker who played acoustic guitar from New Jersey.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What a legend.
And,
what was his name? Do you remember his name?
Mike something.
Mike, if you're listening, send us an email, generational@gmail.com. We'd love to get you on the line and get you on maybe the next episode.
That'd be cool.
Maybe have you do the intro.
I wish I could remember his last name. Mike something, yeah. Anyway. So that was it, and basically my mom and her friend took off.
Yeah.
Boom! I was left to my own devices at 18 years old.
So do you bring stuff, or is everything furnished? Or
in that particular dorm, everything was furnished. I just had a couple suitcases of clothing, all my music, all my cassettes at that time.
Cassettes.
And basically, it was just left to my own devices at 18 years old. It was insane.
Well, there you go. So you had your BFC Manor with your toked up acoustic player from New Jersey.
That's it.
Mike, the toked up guitar player.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have four guys, four of them, banging chicks left, right, and center. So
have at it, brother. It's gonna be a great time. When are you moving out?
BFC Manor. Haven't organised it yet.
Right.
Waiting for someone else to organise it.
3 years. Brother, before we go today, I just want to pull you up on something I know that happened to you earlier in the week. Now, you got duped into a point-of-sale marketing
I did get duped.
Ploy in a Woolworths. Is that not correct?
Anyone listening that walks into Woolworths on Collins Street in the Melbourne CBD, don't fall for the trickery. And I'll tell you what the trickery is, T-Mac. They had soup that you needed to microwave in a bowl.
Yeah.
And then they had microwave bowls above it. So it forces you to buy both.
So basically, so you walk in, you want a bowl of soup.
I wanted a bowl of soup.
Right. The soup looks good. How much is the actual soup itself?
The soup was like $6.
Okay, so the soup is $6.
Yeah.
One would assume if you're buying the soup for $6, you don't have to carry it away in the palms of your hand. Mm-hmm. But in Woolies, think a bit different. There's a bowl above the soup offering.
Yeah.
$5 for the bowl in addition to the $6 for the soup.
And I went for it. I thought I need a bowl, so I'm going to have a bowl.
So Joshua comes out with this essentially glamorized fucking plastic cappuccino cup with a little vent in the top to let out some steam. Is that right?
It was a little bit of it. It was a vent so that you could microwave it in the bowl. It's a good soup bowl.
Right.
It's a good soup bowl.
But you came back with a bit of buyer's remorse, did you not?
Well, the soup wasn't any good, and I'm not going to buy the soup again, so why would I need the soup bowl now?
So what's going to happen to the soup bowl?
I'll use it for pens.
I know what we'll do. We'll send it to Ozzy Osbourne.
We'll send it to Ozzy Osbourne.
So he can shit in it on stage.
And he can get addicted to his own
He
food.
can pass it around the audience after he shits in it.
Uh-huh.
The steam from the shit will come out of the vent.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a waft of that. Bam, that's the Aussie experience.
Generationalized. That just got generationalized. And that's what we do.
So, if there's a lesson to be learned from today's episode, don't buy soup at Woolies. If you do, just lick it straight out of the nozzle.
Just lick it. No need. No need for the bowl. Don't buy the bowl or the soup.
Joshua, where can we be found on the this intra-webby netty thing?
Check us out on facebook.com.au/generationalpodcast or go onto Twitter @generationaltmac.
Yeah, and email us on gmail.com. Generational@gmail.com.
Just type in gmail.com and we'll come up, I'm sure.
Just put the words generational in, you'll find us everywhere.
Yeah, you'll find us. It's all good. Just Google us. Find us on iTunes. Just type it in iTunes, and that's the best way. So, T-Mac.
Get out there and listen to some other podcasts that we've mentioned in the past. I followed some people on Friday. You guys got to get out there and listen to. Have a great Anzac Day. Get out there and eat some cookies.
Happy Anzac Day, everyone. Cookie time. And don't get addicted to anything. It's bad.
All right.
Unless it's Harry Styles. That's fine. Generational.
That should do us for the week. We out.
Late.